View is the most important part of any application, and it provides the things that we can separate our model, and we can separate our controller, and we can render uh, any controller. So we will make it separate, so we can create a clean and nice view. So there are different ways to pass data to our view and access your views. So we will use the syntax blade, so blade templating, and we see how we can access the data. And in a previous example, which is a bad example to render data in controller. So um, in our test controller, we have passed our farm data in returning in the view. In this is the not the good practice, and we have to pass return a view. So let's create our view, our directory under, so resources and views, and you can see we have our assets and language. So under the views we have a welcome mm, view, and let's delete it and create a new file and save it. You can save it user dot blade dot py. See, we are using blade templating syntax. So when you can also create a file user dot php as a native php. So blade templating is uh, used to create a view, so it's easy to render some data in our view. So user dot blade dot php, and let's jump head over to our test controller, and to before that let's pass to our route, web.php. We may let's pass some data to user slash. You see, we already know how we can pass data. So in our route, so we give some username in a URI and pass it to our test controller with index method, and route name is index, and we can access that data in our method username, and we can simply render it into, so our view, return view, and string, which is right now in user. So we can simply name the file name, and no need to define a blade.php. Absolute path is not required. Just give the file name in your view, and okay, return view, and now we can print the uh, passing data username in our view. And so we can pass data by using the helper function with, and the name user name, and the variable that we are passing is from our URI username. So this username will be accessed in this username must match. So that's, and this way we can pass our URI data to our view, helper with the helper method. Let's jump to our user slash username Rana Shahzad, and let's hit enter. So we have an error, syntax unexpected view, and sorry, there is a spelling mistake. Return view views user with username, and this username is accessing from URI username, and here we are accessing the username Rana Shahzad, pass it. So we are accessing a username from URI. So you can also pass with to render a view with view capital user name, and it will take it from users. So Laravel is smart enough to render it to that variable username. So we can also pass this is I do not like this method personally. It's all depend on your personal preferences, but we can pass uh, simple. You can pass an array, and for the username is a variable that we are accessing from URI, and also you can give another parameter, full name, and which is Rana Shahzad Ahmed. So I am giving parameter right here in our string, sorry, array, and then let's check in our browser. So we are giving Afan Ahmed, and we are accessing with that way of using array. Another way of to pass the data to your view, you can also create array right here, and define it user name, and this array is user name, and let's duplicate it. uh, Full name, and now I'm passing a string, not accessing from URI. Full name, so let's remove this array. This is the preferable way of using array in with view helper function, or you can just remove it and pass this array data into your view helper method and data. So we have create a array and passing our URI parameter to this data, declare array username and the full name to our full name parameter. So and passing this array to our view helper, and we can access it in the same way that we are. Let's change it to full name. Full name. Okay, and user. So see, we are getting full name, and if I can, let's print the name, username, use blade syntax, username, and it is, so we have a full name, and let's break it to, so full name and Rana Shahzad. So we have checked that we can, in a different way we can pass our data to render it. So before passing it to view, when in an actual application, we may do some processing for rendering from database or checking authentication and if and else check, and then the render data will be passed, processed, render and process data will be passed to our view to show it to the user. So I like this way our data, passing data to your view. And you can, there are multiple ways. And other is, suppose you create a username variable, and let me make it camel case in name, and accessing the name from parameter from user. And if we are not using this way data, so we can simply pass it with helper function and find this parameter username and pass that variable, newly created variable user name. Let's check it. And this time Afan Ahmed. So variable full name, so is not defined. Let's remove the variable full name. And so Afan Ahmed. So we have get the data. And other way also, you can, how much variable data you want to create, you can create and pass one by one or in array. It's all depend on you, how you pass your data. So full name Rana Afan Ahmed, and one variable is passing a username. I can change the, you can use the method chain. So this is chaining. Yeah. So and with full name is getting from variable full name. So we have two variables created, and both variables are passing separately. One is username and one is full name, and we can access in our view. So full name and username must be matched. And let's move to browser. Parse syntax are unexpected return. So where it is, so we have with username with full name, sorry, my mistake, statement termination is required. See, we have now accessing our data. So you see we can pass our data with array, and separately we can pass our variable, or you can pass with the view by declaring view, and with the view helper function you can also create an array. So my personal preference is to this method by passing the data in array, and that's it.